Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Utility Safety and Environment Committee meeting for Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. The first item on our agenda is the approval of the May 22nd, 2024 Utilities Committee meeting minutes. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
It was moved and properly second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the matter of amendment number 11 to the agreement with AECom for management services for the WWPC Plant Wet Weather Plan. Engineer Schneider.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. As you know, for a long time, we've been dealing with the DOJ, the US EPA, Ohio EPA in regards to our wet weather program. Although we've come to an agreement on the consent decree, there's still a lot of items still going on as far as design-wise and continual support for that program to make sure we stay within the proper guidelines that have been established as well. So today, we're looking to amend AECom's agreement with them again, as you said, amendment number 11, and for $1.3 million additional. Monies will be used for design as well as studies, things of that nature. It's a litany of things that we use them for as far as that wet weather program, so.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder. Are there any questions for Mr. Snyder? Do you need this to be an emergency? Oh, I see. It's on here already.
Okay.
Okay. Seeing no questions, I will read the committee report. We have considered the matter of amendment number 11 with AECom Technical Services Incorporated for the Wet Weather Program for 2024. And this is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into amendment number 11 for said agreement for management services for WWPC Plant Consolidated SSO/CSO/WWP-CP Wet Weather Program. Monies are appropriated in the 2024 Wastewater Miscellaneous Fund. Emergency clause is requested. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second. Moved by Mr. Oswald, second by Mrs. Davis. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the matter of applying for round 39 of grant and/or loan funding through Ohio Public Works Commission for year 2025 road projects. Engineer Schneider.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Every year, we applied for these, well, in the past, I should say, 39 years. We've applied for funding through the state of Ohio for what we used to call Issue 2, which is now we just call it Ohio Public Works. But this is to do some additional infrastructure work out there. Before or below are a number of streets that have been recommended by the engineering department to add or to apply for the Ohio Public Works funds. There is a typo on one, which the locations right now we're looking to apply for is West River Road from Furnace Street to 57. That's one we applied for last year and we did not get. Leona Street from Griswold Road to Midway Boulevard. That's another one we applied for last year that we did not get. The new ones we're looking to apply for are Murray Ridge Road, which run from essentially the southern corporation line to the northern intermittent corporation line, which is essentially the Lorraine County DH to the Murray Ridge School. So it's that southern little piece, and then it goes out of the city and back into the city, and out of the city and into the city. So we just wanted to get the southern portion of that completed. We'd also like to apply for Gulf Road from Vista Court to Hilliard Road, and the fifth one should read East River from East Broad Street to Lincoln Court. And these funds, typically we apply for, the way you get points as part of the application is if you get loan money, you get points. If you have a certain percentage of city-invested funds, you get more points. That's why we derive certain ways, we structure it so that it helps get us more points, so that hopefully we'll get more streets. That's the intent here, so.
Thank you. So Murray Ridge, is there any way, sorry, is there any way that we can go from the DH to Lowell Street? I mean, that entire section does not need to be done, but there is one section that is absolutely horrible on Murray Ridge.
Well, yeah, so the reason why we're only applying for the southern portion is not next year, but the following year, we have the NOACA funds to pave from Lowell Street south to the southern
Okay,
intermittent
okay.
corporation line.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions for Mr. Schneider? Mr. Stewart?
Hey, Madam Chair. So, Mr. Schneider, in regards to, is this the order of importance, or is it just as far as, with West River, Leona, and that? And the more so that, the second part of that question would be Leona Street with that new project going on over there, is that, can we defer that to another time?
Through you, Chair, the order is kind of in an order that we were anticipating as far as priority. The project over there, it is forgive me.
Retirement.
Yeah, yes, the retirement community. It's my understanding they're supposed to break ground this year. So they'll be long out of the way before we get funding for this. We don't get funding for this until July of next year.
Right.
That's why we always apply. We have to apply by September of this year for funds next year.
Okay.
Mr. Oswald?
Through you, Madam Chair. Mr. Snyder, I guess I'm just questioning, it says East Broad Street, from East Broad Street to Lincoln Court. So is it East River Street that's getting done?
Yes.
That's what he said.
But it
yeah.
says East Broad Street.
Yeah,
from
that's
East
what
Broad to Lincoln.
That was a typo.
That was a
East
typo.
River.
Oh, okay, that's it. Because Lincoln is one of the streets just by McKinley School down in that way.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Are there any other questions for Mr. Schneider? Seeing none, I will read the committee report. We have considered the matter of Ohio Public Works Commission projects, OWPC, for 2025, round 39. And this is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to apply for round 39 grant and/or loan funding through OPWC for resurfacing of certain roads and accept said grants and/or loans if offered. Can I get a motion, please?
So move. Second.
Moved by Mrs. Davis, second by Mr. Armstrong. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the matter of authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and to enter into a contract for resurfacing of Abbey Road South. Engineer Schneider.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. This is an Ohio Public Works grant that we received after we applied last year. This is one of the three that we did receive for this year. We're looking to resurface where we left off near the University Avenue, north to East Broad Street. And the proposed funding source is Ohio Public Works as well as Muni Motor Vehicle Fund. Ohio Public Works will pay 75%, where the city will pay 25%. And then part of the Ohio Public Works grant, 92% will be grant and 8% will be loan dollars. We anticipate the project to cost $448,200, and this was included in our budget. And also, I would like to pass this as emergency, if you wouldn't mind.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Engineer Schneider? Seeing none, I'll read the committee report. We have considered the matter of advertising for bids and award a contract for resurfacing of Abbey Road South, East Broad Street to University, which is part of the 2024 OPWC program. This is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for and award a contract for said resurfacing project. Emergency clause requested to maintain 2024 project schedule. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved?
Moved by Mr. Stewart, second by Mr. Armstrong. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the matter of authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for resurfacing of Midway Boulevard. Engineer Schneider.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Like the previous ordinance or request, this is an Ohio Public Works project that was submitted last year. It's Midway Boulevard from Tillotson to West River Road. The asphalt portion of the roadway is essentially what we're looking to resurface. The city received a 74% grant from Ohio or 74% portion from Ohio Public Works, 92% being grant, 8% being loan. And the city will be responsible for 20%, which will be paid from the Medium Motor Vehicle Fund, which was included in our budget. We ask that this be passed as an emergency as well, so that we can continue with construction in early July.
Thank you. Any questions for Engineer Schneider? Mr. Oswald?
Through you, Madam Chair. Mr. Snyder, is that blacktop? Because I was noticing some's blacktop, some concrete.
Yes, that, the area from essentially right around one of the driveways of McDonald's west to right before you get to Tillotson is all asphalt. So it's like where the banks are, but yes, it's asphalt.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Stewart, you had your hand up?
That was a question I was going to ask as well.
Okay. Are there any other questions? Seeing none, I'll read the committee report. We have considered the matter of advertising for bids and award a contract for resurfacing of Midway Boulevard from Tolleson to West River North, which is part of the 2024 OPWC program. This is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for and award a contract for said resurfacing project. Emergency clause requested to maintain 2024 project schedule. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Davis, second by Mr. Oswald. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the matter of authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for resurfacing of Furnace Street. Engineer Schneider.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. This is the third project we received from Ohio Public Works for this year. With this, we'd like to resurface Furnace Street from Lake Avenue to West River Road. I know this is a street that a lot of people have complained about, so we're glad we got the funding for this one. In looking at the overall project we did during the initial design and estimates, we did notice that we were a little bit light on the initial application of what we needed to do out there. Obviously, when you estimate things a year prior, it doesn't always come out perfect, but so essentially, we applied for $187,500, which we should get, or that was the original project cost, $140,625 being the portion from Ohio Public Works, $4,875 would originally from the Muni Motor Vehicle Fund. We're also asking for an additional $17,500 from the Muni Motor Vehicle Fund to cover any costs that might come over based on the estimate that we have right now. Obviously, when we bid these out, if they come in lower, we won't need that money and it'll just stay in the Muni Motor Vehicle Fund. But we're looking for a $205,000 authorization from City Council. And we do ask that this be passed as an emergency so we can stay.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Mrs. Davis?
Through you, Madam Chair. I am so happy, and I see that it's going to start in early July, hopefully, if you get the bids out.
Yes. We don't get the agreement from Ohio Public Works until July 1st typically. So those will go to the mayor's office, he'll sign them, and then once he signs them, we are good to award. Now, we can technically bid them out ahead of time, we just can't award them until then. So we're hoping to get the bidding process started a little earlier.
Through you, Madam Chair, the key is that it's going to get done this year.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Oswald?
Through Madam Chair, Mr. Snyder, do we know how much money is in that motor vehicle fund?
Off the top of my head, no.
No, but you have a running tab?
I mean, every year, we typically, the finance director's office, they can tell you more so, but I believe we get around $900,000 a year of that. A lot of it's used to pay loans, to pay our portion of muni motor or these Ohio Public Works projects, as well as additional things like crack sealing that we come to council for, or if anything else that's above and beyond that's, street-wise. We'll have signage out there. Sometimes we pay for like larger signage to help the street department out because it's a unforeseen cost with some of these bigger signs, but that's typically,
Do you usually see an increase in that number each year?
the Muni Motor Vehicle Fund is based off of, that's the $20 tax fee that you pay every year when you buy a car. So you keep buying those cars, we'll keep getting $20 more. But, so, I mean, I think it's pretty stable for the most part.
Okay. I think the electric vehicles pay more money.
They should, but they don't, not for the city portion.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? I'm so glad we're getting streets done. You know how we feel about our streets, so we're
Yes.
happy. We're very happy. Seeing no other questions, I'll read the committee report. We have considered the matter of advertising for bids and award a contract for resurfacing of Furnace Street from Lake Avenue to West River, which is part of the 2024 OPWC program. And this is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for and award a contract for said resurfacing project. Emergency clauses requested to maintain 2024 project schedule. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved?
Moved by Mr. Oswald, second by Mrs. Davis. Any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. That is all the agenda items before this committee this evening. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved?
It's been properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you all and good night, everyone.